Hello Wargamers, it's me Harry from Tabletop Banter, bringing you a little look at my Inquisition force, led by the one, the only, the Greyfax from the Fall of Cadia campaign. And this is an army I've sort of been building up over the past month or so, and it's a Inquisition-led Militarum Tempestus Stormtrooper-esque type army. And so I've got a start collecting Tempestus Scion box, which I purchased. And I've put together and fully painted that, and then I've got a couple of other sweet treats that I've been building up, some acolytes and things which I will show you in a bit. So let's get stuck into it. In front of you, you see Inquisitor Greyfax. So this is a fantastic little model, overlooked I think by the other two in the triumvirate. But I really like this model. I've painted it up a little bit differently. I've given her a sort of a darker bronze armour, which is the same style I painted with my Scions. So I wanted her to fit in with the Scions as I painted them first. So that's why I've gone for that slightly different, darker colour. And I've just gone for that bronze, gold and a red. I'm not giving her any white tabards or anything. I've just gone for black, quite a dark sort of look. And she is all finished. The only thing I really need to do actually is finish that little flame on the top of her hat. But she will lead the force. But let's have a look at some of the Scions. Okay, so here is the first squad. Just the basic 5-man suicide melter squad. So we've got 2 melter guns in here, Voxcaster, standard guy with a hotshot las gun, and just a standard sergeant. So these guys are part of the start collecting Tempestus Scions, and basically it includes a Commissar, a command squad, a Tempestus Scion squad, and a Taurox. This is the standard normal Scion squad, and effectively if these guys are wiped out completely, they come in on your next turn, they go into ongoing reserves. So as soon as they're wiped out, so that's why I've given these guys that sort of suicide melter role. So they just drop in, do their thing, probably get wiped out in an assault, or assault and get wiped out, which is what I tried last time. Then they just go straight to ongoing reserves. I had great fun with these guys. I would have played a game with them against some Talos. Effectively I just fired both the melter guns at the Talos, lobbed a crack grenade, ran in there, got wiped out in an assault, and then I could come back in next turn, take an objective. So that's fairly like no frills squad. But I'll give you a quick look at the colour scheme I've gone for. So the paint scheme on these guys is just a Timbit base coat for the armour, and then we look at washing that all down with a Hawk turquoise, and then dry brush again in Hashut copper, filled in with a few sort of corn red details, and then highlight the model. Really quite a simple paint scheme. And those of you that have a look on our Twitter, which I do recommend signing up to if you want to follow my stuff, as I post my stuff on Twitter. I've been posting a lot of these guys on Twitter, so you can see a few more detailed pictures on them there. But let's have a look at the command squad. So here they are, the command squad. I went for a little bit more of a sit in cover role for these guys. So I've got 2 hotshot las guns, which is the most I could assemble with the sort of 2 sets of 5 men. And my commander, I didn't want to give him the big fancy cloak thing that you can get for these guys. I wanted him to look like he's actually on the battlefield fighting. So bolt pistol, power sword. Probably never actually pay for the power sword because I don't really see the point in giving these guys melee weapons. So again, it's going to be a fairly low cost squad just to sit in, and their job will be to protect the Commissar, who is this chappie here. Now, as long as the Commissar is alive, that unit of 5-man, that 5-man unit manages to do their deep strike shenanigans when they die and they can come back. So I'll stick him in here with the medic with a bit of fear no pain, just to keep him alive. Did do a bit of conversion work on this chappie, so you can see he's got a chainsword instead of the power sword, and I've managed to pop in a Scion head. So I sort of trimmed the top of the Scion head off, popped a hat on top of him, so he actually looks like he fits in with the Scions, and he's a Tempestus Scion Commissar type chap. But that's it for the basic Scions. Now let's have a look at my fully magnetised Taurox. So here it is, in all its glory, the dinky little bastard. Painted up the same as the other guys, fits really nicely in with these scions, I think, if I do say so myself. Nice little scheme, looks quite different. But you might be wondering, Harry, I want some weapons on my my Taurox. Well, do not fear, I've popped some magnets on the side here, so we can pop on either a twin-linked autocannon set, or we can pop on a hotshot volley gun. But now you might be thinking, but Harry, I want some heavier weapons. I want a turret. Well, do not fear. So this piece here pops off, and this, as you only get one of these top hatches, that can pop off. This bit put to one side, take your top hatch, take your turret, pop that in there like so. And then we have our turret. You might be thinking, well, I don't want that stupid mini Punisher thing. I want a rather nice battle cannon. Well, we can do that. Pop that out and pop that in. Job's a good one. But now you might be thinking, Harry, I don't really want a turret weapon. I want a missile launcher. Well, this is where it gets interesting. So we can pop that off, and I will quickly pop this top piece back on. And it'll be easier if I show you this with this top off, because this does come off. So the problem with this kit in the missile launcher is that you only get one of these top panels. So the missile launcher effectively pops out of the back. It sort of rises up from here. So what I had to do is have this piece magnetic. So I've got a few magnets and bits and bobs going on in there. And then we take, just getting organised back here. So we first take this piece, and that simply magnets onto there. This is very awkward to do in front of this camera, bloody hell. So that is the first part, and then we've got two extra magnets on either side here. And then I took these missile pods and built them up with a bit of sprue in there, with the extra magnets on top there. Oh, that one's coming loose. And you can see that simply pops on like that. And there we go. There we have a Taurox missile launcher, fully magnetised. That was fairly tricky to do, but it's, yeah, it works very nicely. You can't pick the model up by this by no means. You have to pick it up by the sides, although it's a little bit flimsy. Let's have a look at the inside. So here we go. I have fully painted the Taurox interior. You can see we've got the chappies in there, matching scheme to the outside and the rest of the scions. And yeah, obviously 10 guys can definitely fit in there. Now you might be thinking, but Harry, I want to show on the battlefield when my guys disembark. I want to show that they are, you know, they're disembarking. I want a bit of movement to them. You know, I've got my guys out the back of my Taurox here, and I want to show that they've just disembarked. Well, do not fear, because these doors open. That's right. I managed to drill out the hinges with a little pin vise here. So I simply just drilled the hinges down like that, and then put some plasticard rod in there, and then I simply just put some hinges in, and that means that these doors open and close very nicely, just on friction. There's no magnets keeping them shut or keeping them open, and that's my Taurox. I'm very happy with that. It was the sort of the focus of that start collecting box. I wanted to play with magnets a lot more. My next lot of scions, I'm probably going to do some magnetised weapons. And speaking of weapons, you get a heck of a lot of spare weapons with the scions. So I thought I would do something else with those. I thought I would make some Tempestus Scion cadets. And here they are, in all their glory. So these are Acadian Imperial Guardsmen that I've taken the barrier heads from the Tempestus Scion set and some hot shot lasguns, and just sort of combined the two and made these fancy little guys. In the game, these are going to be acolytes with hotshot lasguns, so they're 9 points each, which I think is very reasonable for effectively a unit with some, you know, high power weaponry. and they will be protecting Greyfax. So obviously Greyfax is only toughness 3 with a 3-up save, which means that she is very, very vulnerable to being insta-killed. Even by a plasma gun will completely wipe her off the board. And for 150 points, I don't want that happening. So I put her in a little squad like of these guys. So there's some basic conversion work done. I did want to add a bit of backpack, sort of a bit of webbing and things to them. So I've got a few bits from the scout boxes, and I used these Space Marine backpacks, well, Space Marine bolt gun pouches as backpacks here, with just a few combat blades at the side. This chappie's actually got one of the larger scout blades there, and this is a really, really nice conversion for anyone with a lot of spare Tempestus Scion parts. And I did buy these as part of the Armoured Fist squad. So I have another 5 and a Chimera. I've not done the Chimera yet, so I can't show you that. But I thought I would give these guys some melter guns, a bit more of a conversion here. I took the Imperial Guard Flamers and just added the melter gun barrels onto the end, which means that I think it looks much better than the melter gun you get in the command squad. They look, heavier, bigger, like these puny humans are actually having to carry them about. And this guy, you notice his head. This is actually an Empire Flagellant's head with a beret. Now, you might be wondering. Were you on about Empire Flagellants? Well, that's a story for another day. I have used the Flagellants to create some Militarum priests and some psychers, but they're not finished yet, so I'll probably show you that in my next episode. Maybe with my Black Templars, who knows? And maybe with a little bit of Celestine action as well. But who knows? I couldn't possibly have that model as well. So that's been it from me today. I will just flash up some photos now, some bit more detailed photos of all the units I've showed you today, just so you can have a bit of a closer look. Although I am enjoying this light box, which I'm filming in at the moment. I know Callum's got one as well, he's been using one. Fantastic for filming and taking photos in, just a cheap little box sort of thing off eBay. So that's been it from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed these photos. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Most importantly, have fun.